It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the Chargers and the Cowboys on Thursday night.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. But tonight we've got a preseason matchup as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts, and a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watched some of those shows that the NFL does, and you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable lesson. Wins and losses count no matter what time of year it is.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And a look here at their signal caller, the 5th-year quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Oh, and now some space to operate. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Check it.
Throwing now is Stroud. And quick throw here, that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And Stroud now to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Cowboys. C.D. Lamb, 37 yards. And the Cowboys put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there, what they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown from C.D. Lamb. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020. The man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And it certainly hadn't taken Herbert long to earn his status as one of the league's best and most entertaining passers. Locked and loaded at every snap. And the second he sees an opening, that ball is soaring downfield. You better be on your toes against him on defense. The second you turn your head, they'll burn you.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Herbert now. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Aubrey now for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question, down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Gross. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Let's go, let's go.
On 2nd down, Singleton. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
A 4th down, so the Chargers trot out J.K. Scott. And this will be taken at the 13. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Stroud to throw it. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get good head scheme going.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Got it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Stroud. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
That is caught by Lamb. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Stroud looking to throw. Another one to C.D. Lamb. He's got it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Possession switching back now to the Chargers. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
12. 380. 59.
Here's Herbert. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. 21-0 our score after 1. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense. Got to move the ball downfield.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Taken in at the 22. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Boy, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first two drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a three-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Hey, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 18 more yards there and another first down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Let's go now.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Ready.
Play action. Here's Stroud. That's caught left side by the tight end Gray. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Ready, set.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. That is caught, and he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. He's got the first down. He's got a big game going right now, already over 100 yards receiving in this first half alone.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Pollard will take it up the gut. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Here we go. Here we go.
Second and 5. On the draw, it's Pollard. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, first and 10.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Now here's Stroud. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Luke Schoonmaker there to make the grab. And the Cowboys are able to add on to their first half lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Aubrey now for the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10.
Run.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
At the 27-yard line.
Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard.
It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. That's going to be caught. It's so close. He gets it to the run. Out of bounds right there. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Here's Stroud.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Touchdown! Tony Pollard. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So this now 34-0 with the extra point pending. And Charles, I thought these guys might have the advantage coming in, but I didn't expect this.
Well, I'm glad we're going with full transparency here because I didn't either. I thought we might be looking at a 24-20 type game, maybe 13-10 at the half. But this has been total, utter domination.
Aubrey good with a PAT.
And that makes this 35-0 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Herbert.
Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. On first down, Justin Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter. But I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Palmer. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it second down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. from the shotgun. Here's Herbert. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gross. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Let's roll. They can't beat us straight up.
To the air again, Herbert. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Herbert. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Gross. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Again, Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Chargers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Moody good with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Chargers 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Tony Pollard and his Dallas teammates ready again on offense. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10.
Three. Ready.
Throwing now is Stroud. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 35 yards the gain there. Another first down as well. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, but that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Charger drive about to get going. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 53. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that drops the deficit from 28 to 25. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now with just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day. These two coaching staffs are likely using this game as their dress rehearsal for the regular season. So some final adjustments being made. And for the call of the second half, we send it back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline.
The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
First down, Los Angeles.
And now they'll shift things around.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On second down now, Harrell. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Not your normal call in short yardage, but the toss works very well there. Big people out in front, being physical, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, Dawson.
And that one's going to come up a little short. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Dawson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Mozzie Smith, he fought through to record the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Just more frustration here offensively, and you can see it in their play and now in their body language. You know they were hoping to put a drive together to begin this third quarter, but it's just not clicking right now. And it's going to be a quick call to the punt team.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Shot.
Looking to throw. Washington. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Back to throw. Washington. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Dragon 60.
Looking to throw. Washington. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Now 3rd and 4.
Off play action. Washington. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
So now here in the 2nd week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle? No mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Christian Harris coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
False start, offense.
Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Harrell. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Here's Allen. 51 yards on the punt there. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Operating from the gun, Washington able to find Gray here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen, but the one that's winning, they're certainly getting their money's worth.
Forced out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
10 through 11, 10 through 11. Buffalo 18.
Throwing on first down. Washington finding Hardman here over the middle. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Looking to throw on second down. Washington. Now they set. And coughed it up. And picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
L.A. readies for its next possession. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
On 1st and 10, Dawson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw on second down, Dawson. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
These guys running back out of the backfield. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, L.A. A great effort there. 66 yards. And the Chargers get a bit closer. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Now Moody for the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. So that drive, 4 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now a 2nd and 2. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Holding offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
Still second
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now. It's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth, because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
Quick slant to Shakir. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Mecole Hardman. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Cowboys are able to add on to that lead. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.